But let me now bring on board Narendra Murkumbi, Managing Director of Shree Renuka Sugar Limited. Narendra, morning. Thank you for joining us at the outset. Thank you for your patience. I know you've been waiting long. Let's talk the fundamentals of the sugar industry. Now, whatever could go wrong for the sugar industry has gone wrong in last 1 year. Sugar prices have been flat, MSP has gone up, sugar demand has plunged. Do you think things will improve for the sugar industry and for your shareholders in the next 6 months?
Well, Nikunj, I think, of course, things were not very good last season. But if you see now, let's talk about India first. We have an open export policy. We seem to have substantial amount of sugar flowing out of the country. We don't expect a closing stock which is higher than the previous year. And we are going into the next season with still a positive production outlook. But I think prices have picked up since the end of crushing. And I think they will continue to be at the current levels even going into the next year. If you see the world market, indeed world sugar prices have dropped, but we've seen very strong support around the 20-cent area. And when you look at the depreciation in the Brazilian real and the Indian rupee, which are the two important geographies, I think in the local currency terms, even now world sugar prices are almost at the same level as 2011. So I don't see this as a very bleak scenario at all, Nikunj.
Narendra, what about the sugar production that you are estimating this year? Because we've seen low rainfall, at least up until now, in some of the key states. And also, do you believe that with lower rains, the government will miss its sugar production target of 26 million tonnes?
No, I think for the current year, already 25.5 million has been produced. So for the year ending September 2012, we will come in at around 26 million tonnes. Now, the outlook for next year is not very clear. If you look at planted area, it's about the same as this year. However, given that there will be more ratoon cane and less plant cane in the coming year, we would expect even with normal yields to be at around 25 million tonnes. However, what we have to watch is the progress of the monsoon, and as we all know that it is currently delayed. I think in Maharashtra already there is considerable concern, and there is a estimate that the production of sugar will be down by about 10% over the previous year. We have to, I think in another month or so, we will have a clearer picture of water availability, the spread of the monsoon, and then we can make an estimate. But as I said, based on planted area, we should expect about 25 million tonnes for next year.
Narendra, are you a bit worried about what is happening in global commodity prices, crude, copper, sugar, cocoa, just about everything and anything in the, from the commodity universe has plunged?
Well, I think if you look at some of the soft commodities, including sugar, there has been considerable unwinding of speculator positions already. For sugar specifically, for example, now speculators are net short of the commodity rather than long. So therefore, I don't expect downside from that factor. And as I said, the weakness of the currencies is actually insulating a lot of the price fall that has happened.
But Narendra, wouldn't it tamper with your Brazilian subsidiary as well this year? With the impact of softening global prices as well as commodities, would it not impact the Brazilian company's profitability?
No, as I explained, firstly, in our particular case, we have almost 75% of our sugar production for the current season, that is 2012-13, already hedged at prices higher than current levels. Secondly, as I said, the weak currency is providing considerable support because costs are in local currency. So if you look at the real, for example, compared to the same day last year, we are seeing a depreciation of almost 15%. So that is helping. In the case of the rupee also, world prices today, export prices are around $525 versus $600 in the first quarter of 2012. However, the rupee has gone from about 48, 49 to the current level of 56.
Narendra, I've just managed to lay my hand on a report from Bank of America Merrill Lynch where they have cut the price target for Shree Renuka sugar from 38 to 31, but more interestingly, they've cut their EPS estimate for FY13 by 25% and for FY14 by 55%. Are they right, or you'll prove them wrong?
Well, Nikunj, I don't want to comment on any report, especially a forward-looking report. I think we are putting a substantial effort in the turnaround of our one subsidiary where we have problems, which is Renuka do Brazil. The rest of the company has, in my opinion, delivered a very good performance last year, and we see a better outlook, better capacity utilization across the company, both in Brazil and in India. In both our milling division as well as our refining division. So beyond that, I don't want to comment on